Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm him, use you, you not me. I'm not you, yeah. But I am him, use you, yeah. I'm an influencer. You ain't gotta lie, you know I influence ya. You copy my drip and now your shit got better. If I copy, you gon' cop it, I'm an influencer. If I drop it, you gon' buy it, I'm an influence. You ain't gotta lie, you know I influence ya. You copy my drip and now your shit got better. If I copy, you gon' cop it, I'm an influencer. Drop it, you gon' buy it, brag about it. Everything I do, I know they watching. Anything I put on, man, I know they copy. Man, I'm so fly, I'm on autopilot. Stop playing, go and check the mileage. I don't even need a stylist. Got my own swag, got my own stylist. Lately, I've been on some different timing. This rollie came with some different diamonds. Man, I'm always in the news. Yeah, I'm the one that they talk about. Any publicity is good publicity. I really know what they talking about. One day they love you, the next day they don't. That is the shit I be talking about. You give them your all, they want you to fall and act like you know what you're talking about. Influential. You ain't gotta lie, you know I influence ya. You copy my drip and now your shit got better. If I copy, you gon' cop it, I'm an influence ya. If I drop it, you gon' buy it, I'm an influence. You ain't gotta lie, you know I influence ya. You copy my drip and now your shit got better. If I copy, you gon' cop it, I'm an influence. If I drop it, you gon' buy it. I'm verified without a blue check. I never needed any recognition. My aura speaks for itself. So you can tell that I'm a different nigga. You gotta put this with this, and you gotta put this with that, and you gotta match this with this, and you gotta mix this with that. You don't need no designer to show off, yeah. Buy what you like, then go off, huh? Don't worry about nothing. These niggas, they bluffing, they act like they tough, but they so soft. If it wasn't for me, they'd be so lost. Y'all to the path that I showed y'all. You follow my steps, it Miami move like damn. You really got no sauce. I influence on the influencers. Now take a lesson and go off. My hat is chrome hard, my chain is on frost, my shoes is Dior, my shirt is belong. I'm smelling so good, why you sell my cologne? I'm an influencer. You ain't gotta lie, you know I influence ya. You copy my drip and now your shit got better. If I copy, you gon' cop it, I'm an influencer. If I drop it, you gon' buy it, I'm an influencer. You ain't gotta lie, you know I influence ya. You copy my shit and now your drip got better. If I copy, you gon' cop it, I'm an influencer. If I drop it, you gon' buy it, I'ma do the things you see me do. I bet you wanna go the places that I go. I bet you wanna know the people that I know. But that is how it go. I keep it on the low. I bet you wanna do the things you see me do. I bet you wanna go the places that I go. I bet you wanna know the people that I know. But that is how it go. I keep it on the low. I'm an influencer. You ain't gotta lie, you know I influence ya. You copy my drip and now your shit got better. If I copy, you gon' cop it, I'm an influence. If I drop it, you gon' buy it, I'm an influence ya. You ain't gotta lie, you know I influence ya. You copy my shit and now your drip got better. If I copy, you gon' cop it, I'm an influence. If I drop it, you gon' buy it, I'm an influence.
It's Jimmy. Jimmy.
What is influence? Pretend you walk in a room and no one notices. You share an idea, no one cares. How are you feeling? People say, not good, I feel bad. Here's how you feel. Insignificant. What insignificant means, I go, okay, well, I do something. I'm trying to cause an effect in the world and nothing happens. Influence, to me, is one of the biggest solutions to not just being more persuasive, being better in sales, but influence is about finding significance. Imagine walking in a room and people notice. Sharing an idea and people love it. What's the feeling now? Significance, like you matter. I do something, the world is affected. So when I talk about influence, it's not just about persuasion and influence and storytelling. It's about finding your significance in the world and the mark that you're gonna leave. And those marks that you leave are what you define your life as being a good one or a bad one. The sooner you realize that your significance in the world is what you're gonna measure your success by, the sooner you can start making your impact. So the skill set, yes. Will it make you a better salesperson? Yes. Will it make you more money? Absolutely. Will it make you more significant and have bigger impact? That is the goal. What is influence? Pretend you walk.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everyone who will be listening to this recording, whatever time of day it's going to be for you. And if you do come in here and listen to it, please hit that like button and share for me, and even subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you can get all the updates when the Love Palace goes live. I hope everyone had a great Tuesday and a great Tuesday night. You know, I'm not going to any details about anything about that because it's about Daily Dose of D, hosted by AKA Goddess D of Love. So today is Wednesday, so I made up my own thing for Wednesday. It's going to be Word of D-Day Wednesday. Okay, y'all like that? It's Word of D-Day Wednesday. And the quote is, be a great influence to the world, but most importantly, yourself. That's by Goddess D of Love. So, if you haven't noticed that the word of the day is influence, the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something or the object itself. Yes, I want to talk about influence and influencers. We're going to go ahead and get right influencers. It's not like I was saying influence her, huh? Influencers. Go figure. So we're going to get right into the word today of influence. So I want to start out to give you the definition one more time. Influence is the power or ability to affect the behavior, development, or thinking of someone or something. It often involves having an impact on people's decisions, actions, or beliefs, either directly or indirectly through authority, persuasion, and those are examples. So let's go ahead and get into it. We have the definition. So did you know that there's two types of influences? Did y'all know that? I'm sure y'all did. So let's go ahead and get into the first one. A good influence. So that's what we all want to be, is a good influence, right? So a good influence is a person, environment, or experience that positively impacts someone's behaviors, decisions, or development. It inspires and encourages people, excuse me, to make healthy, reasonable, and constructive choices, often helping them grow, learn, and achieve their goals. Good influences typically promote values like kindness, integrity, discipline, and self-improving, uplifting and motivating others to become better versions of themselves. So a good influence or a good influencer is a person that encourages people, make to make you healthy, to be responsible, have constructive choices. It has a lot to dealing with kindness, integrity, discipline, and self-improvement. And it's about uplifting and motivating others as well as themselves. Okay, so now that we have a definition of a good influence, let's go ahead and do the second one. And that is a bad influence. A bad influence is a person, environment, or experience that negatively affects someone's behaviors, decisions, or character. It encourages or pressures individuals to make harmful or irresponsible choices, often leading to consequences like damaged relationships, poor mental or physical health, or setbacks in personal or professional growth. Bad influences can promote negative behaviors such as dishonesty, recklessness, or substance abuse, and may steer people away from their values and long-term goals. So a bad influence or a bad influencer is a person that has negative effects. They make harmful or irresponsible choices. They they don't look for the well-being of a person. If they're damaged, they like to damage relationships, and it also affects their mental health and physical health. And they promote. Let me say this again. Bad influences promote negative behavior, and these negative behaviors can be dishonesty, recklessness, substance abuse, and steer people away from their values and long-term goals. Negative behaviors. Excuse me. So, with the two definitions of influences, we have the good influence and the bad influence. I want to chime in specifically on the importance of avoiding bad influences. Okay, that's what I'm going to focus on right now. How do we avoid bad influence, and how important is it to you? One of the reasons why it's important to avoid bad influence is because they can easily sway our values and principles. Often, these influences come from people we trust, such as friends or even authority figures, which can make it difficult to recognize the harm they may cause. Negative influence might tempt someone to engage in activities that go against their better judgment, such as cheating, substance abuse, or participating in reckless behavior. These actions can have long-term consequences, including damage to one's reputation, legal trouble, or harm to physical and mental well-being. So it's important to avoid bad influence because these influence make it easy for you to get away from your good values and principle. And these, what I really take from this part right here, it could be people that you trust, friends, families, authority figures, and we see that today in this world. So let's go on. The impact of bad influences can be gradual, often started with small compromises that seem insignificant at first. However, over time, these seamless, harmless choices can escalate into larger problems. For example, peer pressure to skip school or slack on responsibilities might initially appear as a simple rebellion, but it can lead to a pattern of irresponsibility and academic failure. Recognizing the potential dangers early on and setting firm boundaries is essential to preventing harmful outcomes. So, bad influence can be very gradual. It could start out with something little. And then, like it gave the example of a student, they might start skipping school and not stop doing their daily duties as far as their schoolwork. But then that can lead into a pattern of them becoming irresponsible and even failure to some point. So as adults, things can start as little as a conversation or a little bit of gossip in a way where we're speaking negatively of others. They can start out like that, and it may seem very, very harmful, but then it could get into a larger scale where you're really starting to get into a gossip that is harmful, which I'm going to go into further in this conversation. So let's go on. Furthermore, avoiding bad influences helps foster self-discipline and personal responsibility. When an individual chooses to distance themselves from negative influences, they demonstrate self-awareness and a commitment to their values and goals. This strength of character is a valuable in any in any aspect of life, whether it is pursuing a successful career, maintaining healthy relationships, or achieving personal aspirations. Developing this kind of discipline empowers individuals to make choices that are aligned with their interests, even in the face of temptation. So it's important to be mindful of the environments we expose ourselves and to the people we surround ourselves with. Spending time with people who have positive traits such as ambition, kindness, and integrity can inspire us to become better versions of ourselves. This does not mean isolating oneself from everyone who makes mistakes, but rather seeking out relationships that uplift and encourage us to stay true to our values. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who respect our boundaries and encourage our growth can be a powerful way to remain grounded and motivated. On the other hand, avoiding bad influences is not easy because social connections are essential to our well being. And the fear of isolation or rejection can be difficult to separate from negative environments. It is important to remember that prioritizing our well being and values often requires difficult choices. Seeking out supportive communities, mentors, and friends who understands your goals can help avoid or fill the void by cutting ties with harmful influences. So, some key points that came to mind is that it's important we need to be mindful of the environments and the people that we're around. We want to spend time with people who have those positive traits, which I mentioned: ambition, kindness, and integrity, to help inspire you to be the best version of you. So I like how it mentioned it doesn't mean to isolate yourself when someone makes a mistake. I think we have a tendency as humans, when you're trying to be a good influence or let me correct myself, working on being a better person and working to be a good influence, sometimes we could take it so far when people do make mistakes, we just try to isolate ourselves. I don't want to be around none of it. I don't care. I don't like people. Everybody's getting on my nerves. And I have done that. I'm speaking to myself. So instead of doing that, may I offer seek out relationships that's going to uplift and encourage your values to stay true to who you are. Surround yourself with people who respect you and your boundaries and your standards and encourage you to be the best version of you. So, and the other thing that I loved about is in order to have a good well-being, we have to have social connections. It's essential. So as I mentioned, the fear of isolation or rejection can make that difficult to get away from negative environments, because sometimes it's hard. Like, you're like, man, I want to associate with people, I want to be with people, but when they have a negative influence or bad influence, it's hard, because some people like to fit in with the crowd, go with what the majority says, and let's engage in these negative things, which can be very harmful to yourselves, people that you are calling your friends. So we want to avoid those influences. Okay. So now, y'all, getting down to the nitty gritty, because I really, really want to talk about influences. And since we are on social media and we are on this red app, this is what I really want to focus on. I just feel that this is things that we need to discuss. Okay. So here we go. Social media can be a significant source of both positive and negative influences. So I'm going to go into 10 ways, I believe it's 10, that social media can impact people. So, however, when it comes to bad influences, and this is what I want to focus on at this particular point of this conversation, social media can impact people in several harmful ways. And I want to break down those harmful ways, because social media in general, you have your TikTok, you have your Instagram, you have your Facebook. excuse excuse me. You have your YouTube. We're going to talk about how social media can impact people in several harmful ways. That's what we're going to talk about right now. So let's go with the first one. Promoting unrealistic standards. Social media often portrays idolized versions of people's lives, bodies, and achievements, creating unrealistic expectations. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, low self-esteem, and dissatisfaction, especially among young people who are developing their sense of identity. So we see this today, and especially how it affects our younger people. These people get on social media and portray lives that aren't even realistic. They have unrealistic standards. Like, you got to have a certain type of money to live this life, or have wear a certain type of clothes, or have a certain type of purse, or all kind of things. You have to have a certain type of hairstyle, and all these unrealistic expectations. And if you feel, and I'm speaking to my youth as well as my adults, it can make you feel that you're inadequate and have low self-esteem, because you're trying to reach these standards and they're unrealistic. They're not real. They showing you, just remember, on social media, you could be anything you want, because so many people say this isn't reality. So if it's not reality, that means you can have an unrealistic standard and you can promote something that's unrealistic. So let's go on to number 2, encouraging risky behavior. Trends and challenges that go viral on platforms sometimes encourage dangerous or reckless behavior. People, especially teenagers, may feel pressured to participate in these activities to gain likes, followers, or social approval, putting them at risk. Don't we see this? Especially on TikTok. There are some very dangerous and reckless behaviors, trends that go on. I remember when they were doing, oh, what's that one where they threw the ice water on y'all, on the people? I thought that, I don't know, celebrities and everybody was doing that. And I was like, that can be dangerous. And there was also one where they were walking on crates and falling, and that is some reckless behavior. But people, like it says, especially the teenagers, they feel pressured to participate so they could get likes, views, followers, and things like that. So we want to avoid the bad influence of social behavior by not encouraging risky behavior, because it puts the person at risk. There's so many other things on social media that's positive, and it might not have a lot of likes, views, and followers, but you know what? You ain't gonna hurt yourself. It's not gonna cause harm to you or anyone else. I'm just saying. So let me go on to spreading misinformation. Here we go. Here we go. To all my lovers in the house, here we go. Social media is a breeding ground for false information and conspiracy theories. This can lead to people making uninformed decisions or developing harmful beliefs about important issues such as health, politics, or personal safety. Man, social media is one of the number one platforms for misinformation. And it spreads, let something be bad, it's going to spread so fast. You'd be like, what? Hearing this and hearing that. Spreading misinformation goes so fast. And this is making people take these misinformation and be like, oh, no, that's truth. I'm going to take that. I believe that. When this informed information can be harmful to what you believe in, important issues such as health, politics, and personal safety. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Be aware of it on social media. Use discernment to protect your personal safety and the safety of our children if you have children. And adults, protect your safety as well. I'm just saying. Let's go on to number 4. Normalizing negative habits. Constant exposure to posts that glamorize unhealthy habits such as excessive party, substance abuse, or lack of self-care can make these behaviors seem acceptable or even desirable. People may feel tempted to engage in these activities just to fit in or be accepted. Normalizing negative habits, y'all. So they glamorize, social media has a tendency to glamorize excessive partying, drinking, taking substance abuse. Let's just say that substance abuse. They'll get on a whole live and show you, hey, let's drink it up. Let's drink it up. Man, I'm telling you, I'm just going to share this example with you. I was watching, what's the show? Oh, The Baddies with my younger cousin, my cousin. And they have baddies drink a clock or shot a clock. Baddies shot a clock. Like they could be in the middle of anything and you're supposed to take a shot. And it's like, wait a minute, is this the time to take a shot when they're trying to do other things? But to me, it's showing young ladies that they could take a shot and drink at any time. Make a little phrase, and it's time to take a shot. Have I been guilty of that when I was younger? Absolutely. Absolutely. So I apologize to those that I've participated in that with, because it's not a healthy habit. But now you can put it on social media. They make it just seem like it's just, a normal thing, but it's actually a negative habit. So you will feel tempted. Some people feel tempted to engage in these activities just so they can fit in. You might not even like to drink, but because you want to fit in, you go ahead and have a shot or participate in harmful habits. Let's go on to number 5. We're halfway through. Cyberbullying and harassment. Come on, let's talk about it, D. Let's talk about it. Social media can lead to increased instances of bullying, harassment, and hateful comments. Being a target or even witnessing such negativity can harm mental health and well being, leading to anxiety, depression, and social isolation. Man, this is a very, very touchy subject, but needs to be talked about. People bully people on social media, harass them, what we call on this red app, dox them, get out their information, and even decide to pull up on people. Not for a good time, but to really have an altercation with them and do it on a live. I'm telling you, and harassment, harassing others by making harmful comments and saying things, actually bullying them and calling them names and so forth. Y'all see it? Y'all know what I'm talking about. These things can lead to a person having anxiety, depression, and social isolation. And I see that social isolation because you'll hear the person that's being affected by that is taking in the bully or harassment. I'm just gonna be by myself. I'm by myself anyway. I stand on my own 2 feet. I'm solo. That's what I do. That causes social isolation because you're either being harassed or bullied or even being involved in hateful comments. I digress from that. Let's move on to number 6. Addiction and time wasting. Oh, let's talk about it. Addiction and time wasting when it comes to social media. Social media platforms are designed to be addictive with features that keep users scrolling and engaged for extended period of times. This can negatively influence productivity, sleep patterns, and real life social interactions, hindering personal and academic success. Man, social media platforms can be addictive. I found myself being addicted to social media at one point in time, like, and still it's so hard. Like I tell you, because I have it on my phone, or if I'm checking my email, I get distracted because you know what it do. It pops up. Here's this, the latest on Diddy, the latest on this person, or somebody's live talking about this one, and I'm like, oh man, scrolling through, and I get engaged and forget what I was going to go. I was supposed to be looking at this email regarding a business opportunity or paying a bill, and get so distracted and get engaged in scrolling. We are wasting so, let me say that. Don't waste so much time on social media. Go outside. There's real life social interactions where you can find people that you resonate with and really have a good time with. Go outside, y'all. Go outside. Don't be on social media 24 hours. I I don't know. I do know. Let me stop saying that. It disturbs me when I see people on social media for 24 hours straight. I'm like, is this a marathon? What kind of thing are we doing here? Did you eat? Did you wash your butt? Did you brush your teeth? Did you spend time with your children? I mean, it's a little disturbing to me because you're on here for 24 hours and it's negative behavior. That is just very, very odd to me. I'm just saying. So, one of the habits we do not want to get involved in influences is addiction and time wasting. There's so much beautiful things outside that you can do with so many beautiful people. Or if you are going to spend time on social media, go around the good influencers. There is things out there where they do have uh, promote good behavior and health and things that you can tune into. But I'm going to still say go outside as well. So let me see what I have. Oh, I actually had just 7. So creating echo chambers. Mm. Social media algorithms tend to show content that aligns with users' existing beliefs, creating echo chambers that reinforce bias. This can limit exposure to diverse perceptions and encourage extreme or polarized thinking. Now, let me tell you something. On this red app, I see this. Well, man, I see so many negative things shared, liked, and shared out. And I'm like, I'm trying to avoid that. And it keeps popping up on my social media or on this red app. I keep seeing so many people share out the negativeness. If you're talking about somebody or putting somebody's name in the title, doxing somebody, or saying you got receipts and your thumbnails is showing receipts, and or you be like, "Ooh, I got a video showing this person's child or they mother or they father, or I'm talking about their child." People share and like that. Mm, mm, mm. May I offer, don't get involved in that. That is a negative influence, a bad influence that shows how social media can really, really affect that. I'm just saying. These are the 7 steps that I had to show how social media can be harmful and impact our lives, you know. So let me go real quick, because I don't always do the negative over here. We got to talk about how we can manage social media influences. We got to talk about the good stuff too. All right. So you can do this by follow positive accounts. Man, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. You feel me? Hit that notification too. Choose to follow individuals or pages that promote healthy lifestyles, inspiration, and constructive ideals. This is how you can manage social media influence to have good influences, good influencers. Let's put these good influencers out into the algorithm, so when we scroll, we see these good topics, things that are going to help with your lifestyle and inspire you and have constructive ideals. Okay? Limit your screen time. Set boundaries on how much time you spend on social media to avoid becoming overly influenced by the content. That's even with good content. Put the phone down, go outside, watch a TV show, talk with your family, talk on the phone. Limit your time that you have on social media. I know I do these pre-records. I usually try to get them out the way, and then I'll go and I'll go browse real quick to see what's going on. But I really started limiting my time, and I would go listen to something that I really want to listen to or do some more reading and research for the next day. I started limiting my time on social media as well. The next thing I can offer is engage critically. Question the credibility of what you see and avoid accepting everything at face value. Question everything that you are seeing and listening to and avoid accepting it as face value. Avoid accepting it at face value. You could question everything, and you don't have to be engaged in it. If it's something that you don't want to have anything to do with, what I do is I be in the cloud car that my sister Blenda Hillin made for us. We got cloud cars, and we drive around in the clouds, and we pop down, and we look and we listen. And if it's something, I know me, if it's something that I don't rock with, I might say hi or I might not. And I get back in the cloud car and keep it pushing. Y'all create your own cloud cars or however you want to travel, but question the credibility as well. And the final thing, where is it? Take breaks. We just talked about this, taking breaks. Sorry, guys. Periodically disconnect from social media, and it help clear your mind and refocus on what truly matters in your life. Take time, take breaks, spend time with family, take time for yourself. Go outside, relax, read a book. I love to color. Y'all know that. I think I'm a color today too. But take breaks. Like I said, taking breaks is going to help you manage social media influences, okay? So remember these 4 steps. Is it 4? I believe they are. Follow positive accounts, limit screen time, engage critically, and take breaks. And that's how you can be have good social media influences and avoid the bad influences. Okay? So being mindful and intentional about social media use. Individuals can reduce the risk of falling under bad influences and instead use these platforms as tools for personal growth and positive connection. Avoiding bad influences is vital for maintaining a path that leads to personal success and fulfillment. By being mindful of who and what we allow to impact our lives, we can protect our values, nurture our own self discipline, and stay committed to our goals. Life is full of opportunities to grow and thrive, and the choices we make about the influence we accept and play a significant role in shaping our future. Embracing positive influences while being vigilant about harmful ones ensures that we are always moving in a direction that brings out the best in us. Yes, I love this part. By being mindful and intentional about social media use, individuals can reduce the risk of falling under bad influences and instead of using these platforms and instead, use these platforms as tools for personal growth and positive connection. Yes, everyone. That is my thoughts today about the word influence. That's how the breakdown that I have. Be mindful of what you watch. And don't forget the word of D Day Wednesday. Be a great influencer of the world, but most importantly, influence yourself. You know, I'm all about self love over here. So you make sure you go tell everybody today is Word of D Day Wednesday. Say that 4 or 5 times. Yes, everyone. I hope you enjoyed Daily Dose of D. I really appreciate everyone for coming out. And guess what? Oh, I got something to show you. Hold on, hold on. Yes, I am on my 30-day countdown to my birthday. Yes, I am a Sagittarius and I know it's Scorpio season. No offense to the Scorpios, but I am on a 30-day countdown. And those that know me know soon as it hits Sagittarius, it's always going to be my birthday. So you will see the countdown every day on Daily Dose of D or any other show that I do. And the many faces of AKA Goddess D of Love. I am on the countdown to my birthday in 30 days, December 6th. Sagittarius, get into it. Once again, as I always say, my show is sponsored by the network, which is More Than Media. Make sure you subscribe to the network. We will be having that link dropped into the chat, as well as my Sister Blended Healing and any other content creators that do come into my chat, because those are the ones that I rock with and they do have positive content. Let's get this positive content out there on social media and be good influencers, okay? And spread good influence, okay? So let me go ahead and leave you with a thought like I always do. One moment.
You have negative influencers around you. Negative influences around you that'll start causing you to not have big dreams. Now watch this. This is important. Those negative influences can come from friends, family members, or TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Social media is what I mean. You're spending a lot of your time. A lot of people do. Adults do this too. Spending a lot of their time looking at a life from somebody else's life, and it has nothing to do with the direction that they need to be going in their own life. You have negative influencers.
Yes, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. So once again, have a happy Wednesday. Be a great influence to the world, but most importantly, an influence to yourself. This is Daily Dose of D, aka Goddess D of Love. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe because it is free 99 and you want to be a good influence out there. You want to put this good influence out there. Subscribe to my other social media platforms, and all you got to do is just look at the post. Don't stay on it long. I'm on Instagram and TikTok as well, so go ahead and follow me on there as well. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. It is free 99, and let's see how to end this. If you want to be a good influence to others and yourself, go tell somebody that you love them. And to all them negative, bad influencers out there, show them some love too, so that they can see that they're good influences and they could be just like you. You feel me? Peace and love to everybody. I'm out. Have a great Wednesday.